All right, everyone, we're going to take a look here at our last construction block is the arch. So again, verify your document settings are set to inches. I'm going to go ahead and create a sketch, and I'm going to go ahead and select the front plane. For this one, I'm going to go ahead, we're going to use some combination of some methods we've used in previous models. I'm going to use the 2-point rectangle. Make sure I select on the origin first. And for the height of this, it's going to be 1 1/8 inches. So again, make sure you get a space in there. And the width is going to be 2 5/16. So that will go through and get our main overall size of our arch block. I'm going to go ahead and finish the sketch. Click on the home button to put it into the home view. Extrude, and the depth on this is going to be 1 1/8. And I can say OK. So this is going to give us the overall kind of shape that we have going on. The only thing we got left is we got to make that little semicircular kind of cutout here as we go through. So I'm going to go ahead and select Create Sketch. We're going to do a subtractive modeling process. So I'm going to go ahead and we don't want to click on the work planes. We actually want to click on the face of the block. So because that's going to be what goes through and gets removed, is we're going to remove portion out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the face of the block. I'm going to go ahead and grab a circle. Now, when I do this, I want to go through and I want to trace along this bottom line. And right here at the middle, you're going to see this right here, an X, and then you're going to end up seeing a triangle symbol. That triangle symbol is saying that that's the midpoint of that line. So when I see it, I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw out the circle. Now, same kind of thing. This was going to be the semicircle is actually cut out from the arch. So I'm going to go ahead and do 11/16 times 2, just like how we did in the last video, and I'm going to go ahead and hit enter, and you're going to see this kind of goes through and gets shown up, and you're going to see that we get kind of like two profiles that kind of highlight. We get like this little half circle there, and we get the bottom one. So here's what I can also do. So I can also trim that bottom part away, right? So here's the best part. Now the only thing is we do get kind of an edge here, so if we have any issues, just to make sure, I'm going to go ahead and take a line tool. I'm going to go ahead and connect these 2 points. Just so that way I definitely get a connection. I get a closed, what they call a closed loop profile to be able to model this. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the sketch. Make sure it's in the home view. Fusion automatically turned it for me, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to click extrude. I want to click on, if you notice, it doesn't pick on any of the shapes, so I have to tell it which shape that I want to extrude from. So I want to go ahead and click on this, but here's the best part. I'm going to grab this arrow and get sent back and kind of drag this back. You're going to see it turns red. If I go forward, it builds that shape off the front, but if I go back into the shape, it's going to cut it out. So, and if you look over here in your menu, whenever I'm dragging it outward, you're going to see the operation says to join. We're going to join, or we're going to do an additive process. When I send it back into the shape, it changes the operation to cut. So I could go through and put in the actual measurement, or I could go up here to the extent type and just say, hey, cut through all. So I just select the drop down and say all. It's going to automatically pick that up, 1.125 or 1 1/8. I can select OK. If I use my view cube, or if I even use my orbit tool, I can see there it cut all the way through. There's my arch block. If I click on the home button, it will put it right back into isometric orientation. Let's drop some color on here. Close. Let's make sure to save it. And this is the last construction block that we have to model. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. There are 2 more objects for activity 122 that I would like for you to model. We will take a look at those in subsequent videos. But for now, we have finished out all of our construction blocks, and we should be good to go to be able to continue to add a little bit more advanced tools into our skill set.